Good morning, beautiful people. It is a pleasure to be with you again today. I don't know what time it is where you are. It's morning here. So trust you're enjoying whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. And that brings us to sort of today's discussion with you. It is about the concept of time that is, I would say, sadly misunderstood. Has been, continues to be. Okay, hold on. Don't turn me off yet. Just hear me out a little bit, okay? So I want you to think about this with me. In every moment, it is new. I know we have our routines. We get up and we say, I like a have a meeting, so it's a smoothie, and you start doing things. But think about it. Does everything go the way you plan? No, that's a reason, right? Because stuff happens, right? So if stuff happens, it's things that are unplanned. Yeah? You didn't know it was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen because it's just life kind of being continuous as life is, and also new and spontaneous. So let's go back. Concept of time. That is my crystal kind of flowing through around my eyes. Never mind. I hope it doesn't damage the video in any way in terms of quality. So let's continue. The concept of time is misunderstood because we think time is continuous and is really a replication of what existed before. Yeah? So here's how we think that. Maybe an example would be maybe relationships. That's a good one, right? So you meet this wonderful, beautiful, fabulous woman, or you meet this hunk of a guy that's awesome and just great and nice abs and the works, whatever you have a checklist or something for. And you have a really nice time when you go out with this person. You enjoy it, he enjoys you. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's a real heart connection. And unconsciously and sometimes consciously, you try to replicate what you experienced with a person. You want to relive that moment, but you want to relive it by detailing it, how it occurs. You're trying to force what you felt or experienced into another time that is new, that is unknown. And when it doesn't work, it feels like it didn't work the way I thought it would, but still good. I know. Or you're accustomed, say, having a particular type of breakfast, and you woke up late and you didn't know why, and something else happened, and you didn't have that breakfast, you had something else, it was just awesome. You said, wow, I didn't know I could eat this, or I like this, it's fabulous. Well, what we miss in that is that time is our concept to understand it in our brains. But the truth about time is it's always new. It's always new. It's always new. And when it's old, we give it a name. We call it past. It's gone. We can't get it back. It's gone. And when it's not even on the horizon, like next week, next month, next year, next 10 years, we give it another name and we call that the future. Also doesn't exist. All that exists is now. Right now, here in this minute, that is all that exists for you and I. All that exists. And what we experience as a day is a continuation of new nows. Bear with me. So we have a new now. And in the next minute, we'd have another new now. And what gets in the way of us enjoying continually the nows that unfold for us once we're here, once we're in this side of the world, is detailed planning. Oh, I know. So we'll just do that really quickly and we'll get to it another time in a little more depth. But when we plan in detail what we're actually saying to the universe, what we're actually saying to God, what we're actually saying to the architect of the universe, what we're actually saying to whoever we pray to Jesus, to Buddha, to Krishna, to whoever. We're actually saying, I want this particular goal, and I want it along this path only. That's what a plan is. It says, I want it this way. If it can't come this way, I'm not sure. I don't want it. I think I still want it, but I'm not sure. But I want it to happen this way. So when it doesn't happen that way, we think the universe didn't respond. But the universe will not be boxed in or closed in by our concept of time, because the master of the universe knows that inside of each of us, we have enough divine intelligence to begin to understand the concept of time as something as divine and not as something that is human. Okay, stay with me. Stay with me. Don't go yet, okay? Let's just have a discussion about time. So, disappointment comes because we expect things a certain way. And have you ever heard the phrase, today was a bad day? Last week was a bad week. Last month was a bad month. Those are concepts, and they're not bad. They're not good. They just are what we call them, right? What we might have been talking about is what happened during that time that we felt we had no control over. And the truth is, we have very little control over anything except ourselves. How we view the world, how we engage life. That's what we have control over. And so understanding the concept of time is really, really important. When we focus on the past, we miss now. And so we don't move forward in any way, shape, or form. And when we focus on the future, we still don't move forward because we're focusing again on a time that does not exist. The only time that exists is now. And we as divine beings only have power now. It's not in our past because it's gone. And it's certainly not in our future because it has not arrived yet. And when it arrives, it'll be now. So the truth is, there is only now. Thanks to people like Eckhart Tolle, Oprah, Muji, Jesus. I could think of a couple of people, maybe Anderson Williams at one time mentioned something to me that kind of got me to clue in. But the experience of time will be yours individually. It'll be personal to you. But I really want you to take in that concept. And here's how I want you to help take in that concept. Because usually when we are focused on the past or the future, it's because we're avoiding now. Test it out. Test it out today by practicing awareness. So for a minute, if you can, or 30 seconds, try 30 seconds first. If you can, do 60 seconds. Just be aware of everything that is now, right now. Don't think about yesterday. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about next 10 hours, next 5 hours. Just focus on now and give your best now and see what occurs. You can do this. Success is you. You were made for this. I was made for this. We were made for this. And it's taking COVID to help us to see that the future, while it matters, is not important now. Living now is important now. As you live now, I wish you extraordinary insight and awareness into who you are and how beautiful you are. Until then, continue being successful. Love you. Bye-bye.